What's good, y'all? Dr. Trehunna. So the topic of the day is protein. So today, what we're going to talk about is the DIAAS score, the Digestible, Indispensable Amino Acid Score. How does it relate to our protein content, and why, when you get older, you actually need a little bit more protein than what you usually consume. That way you can thrive and live longer on this earth. All right. What is the DIAAS score? The DIAAS score basically tells us the quality of the protein. If you're following some fitness information online, they always tell you, hey, this exact number of protein. But one thing they're not telling you is that the quality of the protein matters. You can get 30 grams of protein coming from kidney beans, or 30 grams of protein coming from cereal, or 30 grams of protein coming from a steak. All of these things I just named, one is going to have better quality protein in it than all of the rest. It's about what amino acids you're receiving from these proteins. Now, the main BCAAs that we always taught that you're supposed to consume more of is going to be leucine, isoleucine, and valine, right? And these stimulate protein synthesis in the human body, all right? So if you're getting 30 grams of protein, right, because that's what they told you to consume in one sitting, but it don't have enough leucine in it, at least 3 grams of leucine, you ate 30 grams of protein, but your body's not stimulating protein synthesis. So that's why the quality of the protein matters. Just like for a realtor, you got to look the part for what you're selling. If you're going to sell a triplex, you don't want to be pulling up in a beat down car or a dust bucket 3000. It doesn't make logical sense. So if you're somebody who is getting older, your body starts to become a little bit dysfunctional, and your body's not able to create or turn over as much proteins as normal. So when you're younger and you're growing, the growth that you're experiencing is through hormones. You can give your body a less quality protein, your body's still gonna grow. And that's because you're having a whole hormonal chemical soup that's happening within your body that's allowing it to grow and overriding the fact that you're not giving your body enough protein. But once you hit the age of 25, then it's in your best interest to start stimulating more protein synthesis through eating. And the main reason why is because your body's not going to really grow from protein synthesis off hormones anymore. And when you're getting older, you start to become anabolic resistant. It's going to be kind of harder for you to grow muscle when you're getting older. So that's why it's in your best interest to have better quality protein, because all proteins are not created equal. If you're somebody who's saying, oh, well, Trey, I need 50 grams of protein a day, but I'm getting it from some cereal, you're not gonna get 50 grams of protein that you're thinking from this cereal, even though it says 13 grams of protein. What's happening is you probably max get about 40 to 60% of protein coming from cereal. When it comes to chicken, you're getting about 95% of the proteins. When it comes to chicken or beef or eggs, you're getting damn near this exact same number that's saying. So the least amount of protein you're gonna get from this is gonna be 21. Okay? Now, if it says 13 grams of protein from here, if it says 13 grams, you're probably going to get about 8. And that's because the quality of the protein is not as optimal coming from wheat, coming from cereal, than something like soy if somebody's plant-based, right? Or even vegetables got a little bit more bioavailable protein in it than something like cereal or wheat. The best type of protein is going to come from animal-based products. So dairy, milk, beef, eggs, shellfishes, fish, etc. Things that actually had a heartbeat to it. The muscle tissue that we're eating from this animal breaks down a little bit better, and our body can convert this protein to our protein a little bit better when it comes from an animal source than a plant source or from a wheat source. But here's the problem. Majority of humans receive majority of their protein from man-made foods, such as cereal. If your doctor's saying, hey, I need you to eat 100 grams of protein, but you're thinking, okay, cool, I'm getting 50 grams of protein from my cereal, but 6% of 50 grams is what? 30. You're always going to be a little bit deficient in protein. That's why you're probably not able to grow as fast. Or that's why you see the main cause of death in geriatric patients happen to be falls. And the main reason why it's falls is because I don't have a lot of protein in my body. My bone mineral density is actually decreasing because I'm not giving my body any stimulus to keep it, because that's where protein comes from. Majority of the protein also comes with some what? Vitamin D, calcium, phosphorus, etc. If you're not getting enough protein and your bones are getting weaker, osteopenia or sarcopenia, which means muscle loss, and you slip and fall, and now you're bedridden for 2 or 3 months, you're out of here. Because your muscles is not as big, because you're not utilizing your muscles because you're bedridden. I'm about to post a DIAAS score right now just so you have an idea of what it is. And what I want you to do is just actually look at your diet And compared to a DIAAS score, see if you're getting on average an optimal quality protein. Because keep in mind, soy is giving you 80%, which is amazing, right? Edamames, things like that is giving you 85%, but that's still not 100%. And if you're somebody who's relying on a lot of man-made foods, right? You're feeding your children Kellogg's high protein cereal, Special K, it got 20 grams of protein. Okay, so my kid is getting an adequate amount of protein, but then when you actually do the conversion, that's about 12 grams of protein. But that's not going to suffice for a growing child. So make sure majority of your protein intake is coming from actual foods. Okay? And that can be plant-based too. But at the end of the day, when it comes with plant-based, majority of plant-based foods has all 12 essential amino acids in it, but lower concentrations of it, that means you got to eat more of it. And because you got to eat more of it, that means it's coming with more calories. So that's always going to be the trade-off in life. Oh, meat is bad for you. Why? Because meat got saturated fat in it. The meat is not the issue. It's about what you're having this meat with. You're having meat with potatoes. Same thing applies with plants. Okay, so plants, you can actually build muscle on a plant-based diet, but all plants naturally comes with another energy source called what? Carbohydrates. So now it's gonna take a little bit more of me eating these plant-based material to hit my protein goals versus something that naturally has a lot of protein in it and is in more of a complete protein such as meat, and it's gonna come with less calories. Hopefully y'all learned something today. That's your reset tip of the day. That's going to help you stay snatched all the time. Know in the summertime, your digestible, indispensable amino acid score is going to tell you the quality of the protein. And instead of you focusing on an actual protein goal or protein number, actually start figuring out, okay, on the average day, what type of protein I'm consuming. Am I getting an adequate amount of amino acids instead of protein? Just to give you a quick cheat code, if you're getting at least 3 grams of leucine per meal, then you're totally fine. And 3 grams of leucine per meal is about 30 grams of animal protein. Ladies, if you're a little bit older, over the age of 40, please get more adequate amount of protein in. That way you can live on this earth as long as possible. Cool? Talk to you soon.